Good afternoon, Facebook. Good afternoon, Zoom folks. Welcome to another Thursday afternoon State of Your Business or webinar. My name is Daryl Brewer. I'm the Economic Development Manager here at the Fort Worth Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce, and we're so happy you took out time out of your day, out of your life to come and join us. And we have an exciting panel for you today, something a little bit unusual. And I'm going to go to the legend, Mr. Bob Ray Sanders, so that he can let us know what's going on in the world. Bob Ray, you there?
Well, I'm here. Thank you, Daryl, and hello to everybody. Just a couple of quick announcements. As we speak, going on right now is the March Minority Matchmaking Madness. That is something that we had scheduled for March, but postponed it until this day, where we have people who can make contact with large corporations, municipalities, general contractors. That includes people like TCU, Vistra, DFW, Trinity Metro, Arlington, the city of, and JPS. And they're able to make direct contact with the leaders of these organizations to get more information about how they get involved with them. So that is started about 9:30 this morning. It's going to go until 2 o'clock. So those of you who didn't get on that, sorry about it, but I wanted you to know that's something that the Chamber was doing. The Chamber also has a Let's Get Connected virtual networking event that happens every second Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. That's going very well. If you haven't joined it already, please join in. It's a great experience. And to let you know that the Chamber is looking for 2 internships, not necessarily for the Chamber, but for a corporation that is doing business with JPS, the hospital district, with their new contract. And they'd like to have some college people. And of course, if there's some HBCU students out there, sophomore or higher, majoring in either accounting, construction management, architecture, or civil engineering, they'd love to have you on board for 20 hours a week. It is a paid internship. So if you know anybody who might be interested in that internship for the summer, let us know and we can get you in touch with the people who are doing that. So those are the quick announcements, Daryl. I'll turn it back to you. Unmute yourself, Daryl.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Barbara. We appreciate those announcements. And of course, the FWM opportunity that is passed. And next time, let's get on it. Because I've been in sales and sometimes it's very difficult to get in front of a decision maker. And especially today with voicemail, et cetera, it's a challenge. The Let's Get Connected mixer, we're looking to get outside. It'll be the second week in May. I think that's May 13th or something like that. But go ahead, make sure you email or watch our Facebook page, watch our Instagram for the details on that once we get that solidified. And typically, I say we're coming from, I'm at home, as you can see, but the Fort Worth Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce is normally in the Business Assistance Center at 411. Hold on. The Business Assistance Center at 411 South Freeway. And that's at the corner of I-35 and East Rosedale. So come and visit. Right now, we're still observing protocols. There you can get help with your small business. It doesn't have to be African-American or Hispanic, but you have the Black Chamber there. You have the Hispanic regional contractors there. We have 3 funding agencies that can fund you up from $10,000 up to $10 million. So you want to come in, the development department of the city of Fort Worth is there. So come take the opportunity. SCORE is there. You can get your mentorship. So that's what we're here to do, is to help you. If you want to join the Fort Worth Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce, go to our website at www.FWMBCC.org. You can click on there, hit the membership tab. If you have less than 50 employees, it's $200 annually, $200 once a year. While you're there, go ahead and click on the Economic Development tab and go down and you can find business opportunities with places like the city of Fort Worth, DFW Airport, ISD, click you right into their purchasing page, okay? Contracts that may be available. So that's what we have for you. And we just appreciate you. If you have questions today and you're on Facebook, go ahead and type them into the comment section and we will read your questions and we will answer them aloud. And if you're on our Zoom, go ahead and put it in the Q&A section. We'll read those and our panelists would answer them aloud. Now, we got a great show, a little bit unusual, but it's always about economic development and how African Americans can make more money. That's what the chamber is about, whether you are a person who is looking for your first job or you got a job and you need training to get a better job, you want to start a business, we can help you start a business, or you have a business, or you can go to our next level entrepreneurship school where we can take you, if you're just getting started, within 1 or 3 years, help you move to the next level on that. So we'll talk about marketing, organizing your business, back office, QuickBooks, all those types of things. So that's what we have on board for you. And today, I'm going to introduce kind of like my niece, kind of like my, I'm going to say, I mean, you know how you play niece because you know you grew up with the parents and everything like that. And her dad, D Wills, my homeboy. I just realized all of y'all are D Wills. And her name is Demtra Williams Harris. She probably doesn't go by it like that. Demtra, you there?
Yes, I am here. You have it correct. Yes, we are all D Willies. But yes, I am Demtra Harris with Sipping Black Only. Thank you for having us today. And just a little bit about Sipping Black Only. It was birthed from my love and celebration of Black-owned beverages. My vision for Sipping Black Only has been to normalize supporting, promoting, and purchasing Black-owned beverages as a mainstream selection. So we are, our community is built on beverage enthusiasts who are intentionally committed to elevating Blackness, one cork, one pour, and one sip at a time. So being a Texas native.
Wait. Say that again. One what?
One cork, one pour, and one sip at a time.
Hey.
Yes, that's what we are here for. So depending on what you drink, it could be a pour, it could be a sip, or it could be the cork. But all beverages are included. I am a Fort Worth, Texas native. I'm currently residing in Charlotte, North Carolina. But of course, I always have love for Texas and specifically Texas beverage brands. A lot of love. Our Facebook group now is about a third of the group are Texas, people that currently reside in Texas. So that's really good. If you're not in the group, feel free to join our Sipping Black Only group. So you'll learn a lot more about beverage brands in Texas, as well as other places, because SBO was built to go beyond borders. So here we are today with a couple of beverage.
Hold on before you get to them. You're from Texas. Okay. You're from Fort Worth?
Yes.
What high school?
Paul Lawrence Dunbar, of course.
Yeah, I'll be a Wildcat, who be you?
I'll be a Wildcat, who be you?
I'll be a Wildcat too.
Two.
People hate when we do that. You know,
always.
Yeah.
True Wildcat. So yes, fun, all in fun.
All right.
Also, we have, as we talk about Fort Worth, we have Mia Moss, who is the owner of Black Coffee in Fort Worth. She'll introduce herself, and then after her will be Henry Masters with SweetBeat Vodka.
Hello, everybody. I am Mia Moss. I'm a Fort Worth native. I did not go to Paul Lawrence Dunbar, but everybody in my family did. So there you go. But yeah, I've been here all my life, and I wanted to open up a coffee shop on the east side of town. So that is what I was able to do, blessed to do. And we are currently open 7 days a week, 7 to 3. Look for extended hours in May. We specialize in coffee and coffee beverages. We do offer teas and different sodas that we create, because we do create our own beverages. And yeah, so that's it. We're on 1417 Vaughn Boulevard, right across from Texas Wesleyan University.
All right. Who else you got here? Mr. Henry Masters. Unmute yourself and tell us about you. Yeah, you go.
There we go. There we go. Hi, yeah. Henry Masters. I'm not from Fort Worth. My family is from Fort Worth. I am from Dallas, born and raised. I went to Morehouse in Atlanta, Georgia, and then lived in LA for about 7 or 8 years, and then now I'm back back home. I am the owner of SweetBeat Vodka. It is a French vodka. It's made in France. It's made from French sugar beets. So it's the first product of its kind. It rebranded recreated the mold of vodka, which is a long story. It took me a year longer to get my FDA approval just because my vodka does not fit the definition of a true vodka in the past. So that was one of the challenges getting in. But yeah, from Dallas, started SweetBeat in 2015. And now we're in every Total Wine in the state of Texas. We have Goody Goody as well as, several Class Bs, which, restaurants, hotels, bars, things of that nature. So just excited to be, a part of the Zoom and everything. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, thank you. We're happy to have all of you on here. And it's exciting, really. Now, and we'll kind of bounce around a little bit. Tell me, I know you said your vodka is different and even had to kind of go through something to even get FDA approval. So tell me what's different about it if I'm sipping on it.
I like the way you did that. It's a lot. When people ask me what is different about SweetBeat, it's literally everything. It's made from beets, which has never been done before. It's lightly distilled with lemon peel, ginger, and fennel, so it doesn't smell like your typical vodka, like a rubbing alcohol. People have compared it to like a spa or a cologne. They get this citrus. It smells good, and fortunately, it doesn't have that burn. It doesn't taste like vodka at all either. Not even a little bit. Most of the people that drink SweetBeat after they try it for the first time literally drink it on the rocks with a lemon twist or a lime. Go ahead.
I said, uh-oh. You got me. I saw Mia's face change when you said that part.
Yes. I have to remind people all the time that it's good, but it's straight vodka. So you need to probably after that third one, you need to just calm down and wait to see what's going on. But yeah, the bottle that I'm in I'm the only brand in the world in that particular bottle. Right now, that bottle was designed especially for us. So yeah, it's the way I tell people when you ask, so it's different. I launched in Total Wines in 2019, like right before the pandemic. But the state manager, I wanted to present the brand to him in Keller, at the Keller store, actually. And when I presented to him, he loved, the idea that it was different. It's made from beets. It's Texas owned, but it's from France. Things of that nature. But what really got him is that I asked him. He took it home. We didn't try it there at the store. I asked him when he got home just to please smell it first before you try it. And the crazy thing about it is when I left out of the store then, he didn't think I was going to make it. He's like, oh my God, this poor guy, he doesn't even know how to pitch. You don't smell vodka. You don't do that. It smells like ethanol. It's running alcohol. Well, at 10:45 that night, he called me on my cell phone. And he was like, my wife has had 3 glasses. He said, I didn't know you knew what you were talking about by smelling it. 3 days after that, I was in 46 Total Wine stores. After that. Yeah. 46 for Total Wine stores after that. So it's truly a unique product. I know a lot of products say that they're different or say they're distilled so many times, but SweetBeat is actually different from everything else. I tell people, once you have SweetBeat and whatever you used to drink with it, you won't drink anything else. SweetBeat and cranberry is totally different than any other vodka and cranberry. SweetBeat and tonic is totally different. You know the difference as soon as you taste it anywhere you go.
Okay, now I knows my liquor when I taste it too, the ones that I used to drink.
Right. Right.
Demetra, were you about to say something? Or you look
Oh,
like,
I was
okay.
just in our group. Henry is very engaged, and he talked about the distillation process, which I think is important. It's about learning about things. So we have, somebody who owns a beverage right now. You can just have that conversation. Sometimes we go off of what people tell us, and not necessarily someone who actually makes something. So I thought that was good, learning about the distillation process. And sometimes, if you have the good stuff, you don't have to distill it 25 times.
Correct.
Well, all right, Miss Mia, come on in the conversation. Tell me about your coffee as if I didn't know.
Yeah, you know. No, but yeah, so my main focus again was to just have like a coffee shop, but I'm very much a coffee fanatic. I love to purchase beans from all over and try them at home. We do grind our own beans. We have our own bean selections. I was able to work with the company and create 2 specific blends for my coffee shop. And then we offer some single origins. And so with the blends, I used different African beans along with some Central American beans, but it was important for me to use African beans because that is the origin of coffee. So all coffee started in Africa, Ethiopia. And so it's very important for me to use those and also give them names with meanings for us. So since we're on the East Side, our medium roast is called the East Sider. And then we have a dark roast, which is called the Poly Blend. And that's a play on 2 things. The actual neighborhood is Polytechnic. That's where we're located. Also, my husband has a suit company. And so since he works with fabrics, I thought we would do Poly Blend and, let's play on both. But yeah, so I thought it was interesting. I'm sorry.
The other blend.
Those aren't blends. Those are only 2 blends I have. The East Sider and the Poly.
There you go. That's the one.
East Sider and the Poly, yeah. The rest of them are just single origin beans. So there's no mix or anything. You get the, just, that particular origin. And my favorite single origin is the Yirgacheffe, which is Ethiopian. And we really try to educate people on, what that means, how to drink a blend versus how to drink a single origin, because you can, but you don't necessarily want to put a single origin bean in a Keurig, but our blends can go in a Keurig for that quick cup of coffee. And it tastes great. Ours are really smooth. And I thought that it was interesting when Henry was talking about the taste. It's just like wine for us. We do tastings, which we call cuppings. And it's important to be able to try to pick out those notes to find out if it's bitter, find out, I have a lot of citrus notes in most of my coffees. So I thought that was interesting also. And yeah, it's just a way to kind of educate our community on coffee, where it's from, how you can drink it in so many different ways. And yeah.
Okay, I think we lost you.
No, she was there. She stopped.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's good that you talk about the cuppings. And when I started Sipping Black Only, I started learning a lot more about tastings, beverages, as we have what we call the Sip Black experience, where we taste different beverages. And we've had a coffee tasting, so we have to get some of your coffee here so we can have. We get with that with this stuff, so people can know about how to taste something that's a blend versus tasting something that's not a blend. And I think that's very good because it's all, like we said, we're here to elevate the experience.
Right.
And so some people don't know, but you don't know what you don't know. So now this is the opportunity to share with our community as well as the larger community about beverages, and especially from Black owners. That's even better.
Well, this sounds like a networking opportunity to me.
Absolutely.
We can come together and do some sipping and some work on some business opportunities all at the same time. That sounds like a great plan. Excellent. All right. So now, Mia, your product is just only in your company, right? Okay. Now, Henry, if other than Total Wines, and you said there's some some stores you're in as well.
Yes, we are in Total Wine and Goody Goody also.
Okay.
We are in spec stores in Dallas. It's a good problem to have, but we have actually more demand than we do supply right now, with it being from France. So we in the DFW area, we're not really familiar with the Twins brand, but Twins is actually the second largest retailer in the state of Texas. And they're based out of this Austin, San Antonio area. So they're waiting on a phone call for me to go down there. But on the restaurant side, D Lincoln is a good friend of mine. I actually created SweetBeat in the back of one of her restaurants. So if you're not familiar with D, she is the owner and founder of Del Frisco Steakhouse.
Okay.
And she sold Del Frisco's, and now she has D's Steakhouse at the Star in Frisco. Her and Jerry Jones. So SweetBeat is there. It's at Zaza Hotel. I think one of the most business that we do is in Kitchen and Cocktails in Dallas, which was previously called True Kitchen and Cocktails. You might
Are you
have
the
seen
reason why them folks is acting the fool over there?
Not really.
They was drinking your stuff and they didn't know what it was gonna do to them. And
That's what the internet says. SweetBeat make them twerk, but that was not what happened. That is not. Yes, I was there, of course, for that event. And I never forget that, because I got a call at 5:30 a.m. from a friend of mine, a PR friend, Leah Fraser. She's really big in PR. They said that, so my Instagram outside of SweetBeat is Masters ENT, so all the press release said Henry Masters ENT cuts his crowd out for twerking. And so then I got a text like, let me find out the minister's son is in the restaurant cussing people out. Clearly from the video, that is not me. I'm at the front door. When I got to the situation was over. It had already transpired. So I was talking to customers, not even knowing that had happened. But you know what? It was a blessing. It was a blessing in disguise, because everyone was like, "What is SweetBeat?" And who is that? Even on, I think we had Leah sent something to Wendy Williams, because even Wendy Williams said it on her show, and it wasn't me. They would say my name to put his face. But yes, we do.
They say there's no such thing as bad publicity.
No, not yet. Not at all. So
get you known out there. So Demtra, so can you tell me some? I know we have two great businesses here. Can you tell me some names of some other Black-owned sipping products out there?
Sure. So just a few that I have made note of. So we have our spirits. Of course, we have the SweetBeat Vodka. There's also Noble Wolf. That's a vodka. That's local as well. And Tequila with Friends is a tequila. There's beers, Smittix Brewing Company, Weathered Souls Brewing Company, Black Man Brewing, For the Culture Brewing Company, Island to Island Brewing, and Seguin Brewing. For teas, we have Bees Wellness Teas, in 20, TWENTEA. Thought that was a cool name. 20 Company teas. Coffees, of course, we have Black Coffee. We also have Day 6 Coffee Company, Through Good Coffee. And then for some of the wines, because there's a lot of wine companies and a lot more beverage owners in Texas, but a few of the wines are Pure Noir, Irma Rose, and Kai Simone.
Wow. Now I'm gonna get into something you and I talked about, because of course I realize I don't know everything, but I just had no idea because the only thing I knew about was Ciroc and 50 cents in the water, and this maybe some other, but I'm not into rap music, so a lot of that stuff I don't even know. So, but you were telling me something about those situations too the other day.
Yes, sometimes we confuse ownership with marketing ambassadors. And so Henry and I talked about that recently as well, where you have Diddy, who is a marketing ambassador for Ciroc, but doesn't necessarily have that ownership. You think about
he faking.
He's not faking. He's getting paid for his marketing, but it's a difference between the face and ownership. And so you have like 50 cents thing. It's like he has like you said, the water, that FM Vodka, I think it is who he has, who sees the marketing for, doesn't necessarily have ownership. Sometimes it takes a little quick Google and finding out who has the true ownership. Sometimes you'll see names and you'll see companies who own it. You'll see the percent in ownership. Sometimes if you dig a little deeper, you'll see that they're getting paid. I think Diddy's getting paid maybe like 50% marketing with is it Diageo? Is it them? I think it's them who he's getting paid. So he's getting paid a good amount of money, but the ownership, there's a difference. So I'm trying to think of another, but there's several examples of that. So now like Brown Sugar Bourbon, which is a bourbon that Jamie Foxx just bought. But you see that he's the owner and not just the face. So just knowing the difference, you do have to look a little deeper into celebrities and knowing like Jay-Z just sold his champagne and has part on. So just looking at some of those things, looking at some of those articles and knowing the difference between the ownership and face. Sometimes people want to have that face, a different face or certain celebrity faces. And I'm going to pass it actually to Henry because he talked about your choice of not having a face and how you utilize celebrities when you have events.
Yes. So now just to piggyback off what you said, I think Diddy has done a great job with Ciroc, like I told you last time. So and part of my blueprint with SweetBeat is based off what Diddy has done. But I've always been nervous to put a face with my brand for the simple fact that we are all human. All it takes is one incident for one thing to happen. It push your button one way, and now it's not that individual, it's your brand.
See, I knew that was you. That was you. You just tried to play it out. That was you.
Right. So what I have done in the past and what I continue to do now is we'll host an event or host a weekend, and we will do something with for example, not last summer, it was in the pandemic. 2019, we did a weekend with Trey Songz in San Antonio. So that entire weekend with the festival and everything else, you saw pictures with Trey and I, and then SweetBeat and things of that nature. But once that festival was over with, Trey didn't leave with SweetBeat. He went on, to I think he went to Atlanta, then he went to New York, things of that nature. And then, what happened? Some pictures popped up of him that wasn't really appropriate, things of that nature. But again, he was not, representing, the brand, So yeah, just, being smart with your resources that you have, especially as, small businesses. You don't have to give up 40-50% of your revenue to a celebrity to endorse you. You can just do that event, and now it's on you and your production team to get as much footage and much content as they can within that 24 hours, 40 hours, whatever it is, and then you break that up and you utilize that throughout however long it take you, a year and a half, 6 months, whatever. So that's basically the business model that we're going at.
Okay. Mia, speaking of marketing, I saw this video from somebody from Funky Town. There's a big deal. Tell me about this video. I was like, what? Tell me about the video and who it was. Tell me all about that situation.
So
I guess you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. I received an email from a producer that was working with iHeartRadio, and they were highlighting Black-owned businesses, and they notified me that I was chosen by that individual, Kurt Franklin. And come to find out, his son actually talked to him about the shop. And so they were like, that would be perfect. They called me to see if I can make it happen. I was like, of course. And
You think?
right. And yeah, it was just them, like, putting a national light on the business. And of course, I mean, I have to say that was because of the hard work I had already been doing by getting the name out there, because it takes a lot to do. I literally do everything. I make drinks. I'm working the register. I'm doing the books. I'm, trying to get marketing together, different things like that. So, yeah, I thought it was amazing that they even thought of me. There's so many businesses in DFW, Black-owned businesses, and anybody could have been chosen. So it was definitely a blessing to have him do that. And I mean, it's been amazing ever since, because he reaches a large crowd, like all age groups know who he is. And so I've been able to see different people, and of course, Black people come in more and more since that video aired.
So tell me about the video, because some people may not have seen it.
So it's on YouTube right now. It's through iHeartRadio, and it's called iHeart Living Black. And so you can go on YouTube, find it. It is on our Black Coffee FW Instagram page and Facebook. So yeah, you can look at it right now. It's still up. Like I said, it was amazing. He's really good because he was different from the other artists, as he wanted to make sure that he, kind of spoke to me, and, he created a whole little vibe. One of my friends was in the studio with him, actually. He's a producer, and they were working overnight so that he could get the clicks, the coffee sounds, and put that into his music. So it was like a whole production. It was wonderful. And the way he did was great. And then they got footage, of course, of us, making drinks and doing different things while we were in the shop. And again, it went into the music, and it was just really, really nice.
Man, it was amazing. I was just happy and proud for you as well. Now,
Thank you.
Let me just say, I need y'all to help me. Everybody out there.
Here you go.
No, look here. Kurt.
So let me just say this. This guy right here, love him, but he's probably like my second most difficult customer. So we already know we better have it together when he walk in, because he's going to give us a hard time.
Look, y'all just don't have my stuff all day long. That's all it is.
Listen, but we love it. We already know what's going to happen when you walk in the door.
Look, I'm sick. You made me forget my train of thought. Look, this is what I need from Kurt. Kurt, y'all help a brother out. Kurt, we want to recognize you, brother. You deserve for Fort Worth to recognize you as a son of Fort Worth. We need to blow you up, because, you deserve it. You need a star on our Walk of Fame, which we don't have one. Well, we got some on Evans. We need to put some down on Evans, along with the other international stars like Dewey Redmond and so forth, and Arnett Coleman. Man, you were up there, and we need to recognize you. And I tried to get my cousin. I asked her, I ain't gonna call her name out here. She's saying with you. She knows who she is. That I need to get with you. So D Brewer at FWMBCC.org. D Brewer, DBREWER at FWMBCC.org, 817-871-6558. So I'll see if Mia can help me, because since my cousin ain't really doing it.
I don't have it that good,
Look, y'all look pretty like y'all been knowing each other for a minute in the video.
Now, it is interesting. He's been knowing my godfather since I was like really, really young. They've been really good friends, but I'm not the type of person to interject myself in other people's relationships. So, but
Better get on. Okay, so one other thing while I'm talking to you, Mia, Tell me about how you feel about your coffee shop and the community, and what you want your coffee shop to mean to the community where you are.
I want them to be able to call it their own. You know, to know like we're there for whatever, you know, as Black people and minorities in general, like when we do things, we have to think about the generations, you know, that's coming after us, you know, the generations before us. We have a heavy load, especially if we're opening a business in a food desert or, you know, anything of that nature. We have to think about the bigger picture. So we have to think about the community. What can I do in my coffee shop that can impact the community in a positive manner? So I am open to working with people when they want to do coat drives for the homeless, you know, do toiletries if people want to treat teachers, which Teacher Appreciation Week is coming up. So, you know, all these beverage companies that we're speaking about, you know, go on their websites, order something for your child's teacher. Like that's a great thing that you could do. But yeah, that I work with Community Frontline. I was able to work with the Delta Sigma Thetas. And that's the thing, I'm open to working with anybody that wants to do something to impact the community. And so yeah, it's like, yes, I want to have a business. Of course, we all want to make money, but I also have to think about how can I shine a positive light on this area. And I think me being there does that, because I also want other people to say, okay, well, I'm not going to go to Mansfield and put a business. I'm going to do it in my neighborhood where I grew up or where I am right now, because we need it. It's necessary. And so again, like I said, with Kurt Franklin giving me that platform, now I'm able to see, I see more Hispanics coming in that live directly like down the street from the shop. I'm seeing more Black people, which is what I wanted, because those are the people I want to educate about this, because the beverage industry makes billions and billions of dollars, and we don't always have access, you know, and so we are, you know, helping open doors and showing people like you can do this. Sometimes you gotta kick the door down, but it's showing people that it can be done, and it can be done in an area where most people wouldn't do it. I was trying to partner with another coffee shop. They came to the location before we even started. They looked at it and was like, it's not going to happen. It's going to cost too much money. I just said, okay. And I honestly didn't have any problems after that getting the work done and getting it open. My real problems came when the pandemic hit, but that was for, you know, everybody had those issues. But, you know, when he said that to me, it didn't, you know, I was like, okay, that's fine. And I went on and kept going and did what I needed to do to get it open, because I saw the potential in the area. And so I want people that live there to see the potential and to invest in it.
All right. Awesome. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let the legend Bob Ray Sanders come in here and see if he has some questions, and he'll take questions from the audience. And Bob Ray?
Yeah, Daryl, and we've got people tuning in. People are learning something, because I know I've learned a lot today, and I thought I knew a little bit about something going on, but I had no idea there were that many Black-owned beverage companies. So congratulations to all of you, and that's what a lot of people are saying here. They're just proud to know about this. And Henry, I know your daddy, man.
I know you do. I know you know my dad.
Someone I'm really proud of, and I know he has a right to be very proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Somebody, of course, wants you to send them a sample right now, but we can't do that.
No.
But one person who obviously has tasted the vodka says there's no hangover.
No, there's no hangover, and well, that brings to the distillation process that we spoke about earlier. So SweetBeat is not just made from French sugar beets; it's also distilled differently. Everything that's out there, most brands that are out there are distilled through charcoal filter, and it's 1, 2, 12, you know, whatever times it is. SweetBeat is not charcoal filter. We're spilled these special German diatomites, and we're one of only 4 brands in the world that use this distillation process, and they won't even tell me the other 3. But I know that they're not. I know that they're not here in the United States. So that's what allows you to have that no hangover. It's literally the healthiest vodka that you could drink. You know, that's out there.
But you said to watch it after the 3rd drink. So I mean, slow
Yeah,
down, but
it's still vodka, right? Yeah,
okay.
you know, I mean, it's still vodka,
But you
but
don't have
like
a headache when you get up the next morning. Is that what you're saying?
uh, Barbara, I tell you, if that was true, I would have one right now. We did we did a friends and family at a place in Fort Worth called Poor Decisions. So my friend owns it. We went out there, did a taste of the food, and we created like 5 or 6 signature cocktail drinks for that location. And when you own the vodka, everybody wants to give you a drink. They want to give it to you. So I was out there, last evening doing that, and now I'm here on the Zoom with you guys. So yeah, it's very unique, very unique.
All right, great. And Mia, I think your mother-in-law has already answered this question on the Facebook page, but somebody wants to know if we can buy beans at your store, coffee beans at your store.
Yes, you can. You can also purchase them online at blackcoffeefw.com. We mail all over the country. And we have them in store. So they're there. We package them as whole beans, but when you purchase them in the store, we can grind them right then, which makes it, fresh, fresh ground beans. We're currently working to get them in stores. So hopefully we'll be able to do that soon.
Great. And did I understand you? I mean, I was at your grand opening,
Yes.
which came shortly before the pandemic.
Mhm.
And you said, how many days are you open right now?
We're open 7 days a week.
Okay, 7 days a week.
Yes.
Okay. So did the pandemic really hurt you?
We went down to just being open 2 days. So we were open on the weekends only, one person working a day so that we weren't, crowded or, on each other. We went straight curbside. So no one was coming in, just straight online platform. And we still offer that. And we'll probably continue to offer that even after, when we get back to normal. And so we were able to pivot, but of course it definitely hurt us, but I was able to, from donations and just what we had, we were able to keep our staff and, at least operate a few times a week.
I really do like the shop. It's
Thank
just,
you.
and it's perfect location as well, and right across from Texas Wesleyan is a great location. We do have a few. Well, somebody's jumping on me already. Okay. Okay, Derek Williams. I do know who you are. Yes, sir. And he said Stanbury, the GOAT, greatest of all time. By the way, the video has been posted on the Facebook page, the YouTube video. So those of you who are watching on Facebook, you can go there and get it. People are paying attention out here.
We'll post it in the Sipping Black Only group too, and make sure it's posted there. I did get a couple of people that were like, I know you need to see this. And I was like, is that at the Black Coffee Shop in Fort Worth? So I think that's good and definitely good what you're doing in the community. That is what Sipping Black Only is about community and giving back. I always give the most recent example we did with storms that happened through Texas. They happened through the South. We partnered with a Black-owned water brand, Drip, and we're able to give back some water in the local communities in Fort Worth, as well as at Jackson State, where I'm alum, at Jackson State, to give some of the students, because they were without water for weeks. So it's big to be a part of the community, to do things in the community, and just having the simple conversations like in our Sipping Black Only group, to know, because sometimes they reached out and said, hey, do you know where we can give back to? And so just building those relationships, having those conversations. So now, like we said, I saw people in the chat, like, I'm going to support Black Coffee. I'm going to support SweetBeat. That's what Sipping Black Only is about. We're about building it up. Mia said she want to be in the store. You know what's as simple as soon as everything's available, we can start the demand before she even has the conversation. We can start the demand for Henry to have the SweetBeats in other stores by just going in and asking the people, hey, you need to get Black Coffee. Hey, you need to get SweetBeat. Whether it's your bars, your restaurants, any of those things, we have to just capitalize on those moments. We're fresh off of the guilty verdict. So it's just kind of like, this is a moment we need to turn into a movement. At this point, And how Sipping Black Only is going to help is we're here to drive this economic advancement for all Black entrepreneurs in the beverage space. So we have the examples here, and it's good to have Mia here and Henry, so you have those conversations versus I can say, oh yeah, I talked to this person, but now the world can hear what these founders, what they're doing in the community, how they're supporting others. So I just wanted to add that on there. But
well, that's great because I just saw on our Zoom chat section, at least one person, Mia, you've got another customer who's going to be coming soon. And they say they also want to support the vodka. So already, and somebody who apparently has a show, I think wants all of you on some show because they want to help spread the word. So this has been good so far. Let me see if we had anything else on Facebook here.
While you checking that out, Bob Ray, Mia, can a brother get a dime bag? I mean, a nickel bag?
You know. Are you
Oh man, I mean, look.
Are you out already?
No, I'm not. No, I'm just thinking about a gift. I don't want to give nobody $20, $30 worth of coffee, but I instead of give them a gift card, maybe just a marketing idea. You know, like a little nickel bag, a $5 bag that I could give to a few people, and they'll have black coffee, blah blah blah. You're still gonna make money because you ain't gonna do it for less than your profit margin. Just think about that.
I'll think about that. Okay.
You on that?
Okay. I will. I really will.
You got anything else, Bob Ray?
No. Somebody was saying, I mean, in terms of marketing, have you been in contact? I guess they were talking about Mia with people like Starbucks in terms of marketing schemes. I assume you have your own marketing.
So I have not been in contact with anyone from Starbucks, but I have talked to different retailers, large companies, and they're working. The thing is, there are a lot of companies that reached out and want to have Black-owned businesses in their stores, and they're willing to help, get you there. So I am, working with people that know retail. So yeah, but I have not reached out to Starbucks yet.
Okay, great. Well, Daryl, that's all I have on this end.
Well, that's great. I want to reiterate what Demtra was saying, and I got it. I heard you guys talking about that on Sipping Black once. She was making the point of when you go have dinner, when you go to your favorite watering hole, wherever you go and you eat, ask for the Black brand that you prefer by name. And you are creating the demand, and it's not you're just doing it for the heck of it, because if you really like the brand, request it. And and owners are like, I mean, why you think you go to a liquor store? I'm not a liquor store, but why do you think when you go to a bar and it's got all these different bourbons on there? Oh, by the way, shout out to Red River, Dallas Black Chamber member.
Yes.
Need some.
Indeed.
We'd be having guests, and we need little libations for the guests to come over. I'll holler at you, Henry, after too.
Great.
But yes, I think Demetra's point is very valid. Creating the demand. Chitlins used to be cheap. Oxtails used to be cheap before Black folks created the demand for, and that stuff is expensive, right? So that's just how it goes. Well, this time, a lot of, as usual, flies by. We have about 8 minutes left. So I want to give everybody, maybe a minute to kind of sign off a little bit and tell us a little bit where you could be found, how you can be contacted, or or your brand. Just reiterate that. And I'm gonna start with Mia, Henry, and then Demtra. So Mia, go.
Well, I do want to thank you, Demtra, for what you're doing, because I think as far as the Black community, we sometimes find it hard to find a way to support each other. And so what you're doing is really, really big. And I think we all need to know that it is okay to support Black-owned businesses. And so thank you for the platform. Thank you for doing that. And you can, again, find us at 1417 Vaughn Boulevard, right across from Texas Wesleyan University. We're also online, blackcoffeefw.com.
Henry?
To reiterate what she said, I want to thank you also, Demtra. I think what you're doing is something great. Like we spoke about before, I even mentioned you to Fawn. Fawn, we were people that aren't familiar with Fawn. She owns Uncle Nearest, and she is the most successful African-American spirit company ever, as of right now. And the Uncle Nearest story is just amazing. He's actually the slave that taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey. So she's even engaged. That I'm actually going to send her this Zoom after this, just to do that. And to rename what Mia said, supporting other Black-owned businesses. I told Demtra it was an example. I was doing a bottle signing in Houston at a Total Wine store, and they double booked us with another Black-owned vodka. And so they called me like, Henry, do you want to do Friday so you can get all your stuff? Because he was there in the morning and I was there in the afternoon on that Saturday. And I told him, absolutely not. Have both of us there. You know, when you come in the store, if he gets a percentage of the customers and I get another percentage of customers, that is a larger group, percentage group on that day that bought Black-owned than it would if it was just me there, you know. So I partner with other Black-owned brands, you know, all the time. You know, even if it's trying to get them, you know, into the Total Wines or trying to get them in the specs with me, or, you know, and I always point them, you know, into the right direction. So keep it going. Anything you need, Demtra, you know, feel free to give me a call. You have all of my contact. We can be found at SweetBeatVodka.com. That's our website. Our social media is at SweetBeat Vodka. My email address is hmasters@SweetBeatVodka. So anything come up, please reach out. And I appreciate, you know, I really, really appreciate all the support that everyone has given us thus far.
All right, thank you. Demtra?
I just want to say thank you both for coming on. This has been awesome. I just look forward to utilizing your beverages in future events and experiences to increase your customer base and your sales as well. Again, as I say to everyone, we have to drink water every day. So the question is, have you tried a Black-owned brand? You wake up to coffee or tea. Have you tried a Black-owned brand? You know, and you sip wine, you drink any type of liquor, or you even pop champagne for celebrations. And the question is, have you tried a Black-owned brand? There's something out there. There's sodas, Black-owned brands. There's several different Black-owned brands. There's mixers. There's so many things out there. So our community, even if you don't know anything, just join the community, join the Facebook groups, be a part of our mailing list to know about our newsletters, events like this, even having the tasting experiences, because you'll learn. And then the more you know, the more we can share with everyone. The biggest thing for us is people of color have less access to capital, but there's nothing like word of mouth and supporting and celebrating Black-owned beverage owners. Utilizing that, and the more people know about it, the more publicity, the more visibility, we all win at the end of the day. So just making sure that we are supporting Black-owned beverages. We also do have beverage wear. I have a tumbler here, one of our new things we'll be listing, beverage wear. So whether you are drinking Black-owned beverages or not, we have different items. So you can find those on sipblackonly.com. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, Sipping Black Only, and then join our Facebook group, Sipping Black Only Group. Thanks again for having us on, and Mia and Henry joining us.
Well, I tell you, it's a pleasure to have all of you, and I look forward to continuing to sip and sipping some new things.
Yes.
And I just appreciate what you bring to the table. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the legend, Bob Ray. So he's going to go ahead and give us our announcements again. Bob Ray?
Yeah, we're still getting, thank you, Daryl. We're still getting calls from people saying, hey, this was amazing. They're ready to support. So I think we got a discussion started. Just very briefly, again, we have the second Thursday of the month reserved for our networking event, Let's Get Connected. That's at 7 o'clock. And Daryl is working on a spot. We think we got it nailed down, but until we get it definitely nailed down, but pay attention to our Facebook page and you will see where the event will be, because we want to do it outside on a patio somewhere. And we got a pretty good location lined up if it comes through. So we should know in the next day or two. So stay tuned for that. The next one will be on May 13th, the second Thursday of that month. As I said, we're also looking for a couple of college internships, and it would be great if there were some people from HBCU universities. We would love for you to be able to work with an organization that is contracting with the county hospital district, John Smith. It's a paid internship. It is available for 20 hours a week, and you can contact Daryl for that. And that's at DBREWER at FWMBCC.org. Back to you, Daryl.
All right, Bob Ray. Well, I think that'll just about do it. Next week, did y'all know we have an arena football league team? So that person, they'll be on next week to talk more about it. It's a Black-owned arena football league. And we may have another surprise local team as well. And so we hope that you will join us, and we'll talk about that in more detail. Those tickets are cheaper if you're going to get in season tickets and all that good stuff, usually better seats and all that good stuff. So it's something to talk about next week. And until, we ask that you'll be safe, take care. We'll see you next week. The Lord says the same. Bye now.